Well, question 2, what exactly is church discipline? In the broadest sense, church discipline is one aspect of Christian discipleship. Just think of the words discipline and disciple. They're etymological cousins. Both are taken from the realm of education, which involves teaching and correction. Not surprisingly, there's a centuries-old practice of referring to formative discipline, meaning teaching through forming, and corrective discipline, meaning teaching through correction. In that sense, discipline is like anything that involves growth. A math teacher, for instance, teaches the lesson and then corrects the mistakes that the students make. Or a doctor encourages health and then fights disease, cuts out the tumor. What would you think of a math teacher who teaches the lesson, then walks around and looks at the assignments of the students but doesn't correct any of their errors? Or a doctor who prescribes a regimen of health but doesn't cut out the tumor? You would say that's not a good math teacher. That's not a good doctor. Well, broadly speaking, making disciples involves teaching and correcting. More narrowly, we tend to use that term church discipline to refer to the formal public act of excluding someone who professes to be a Christian from membership in the church and participation in the Lord's table for serious, unrepentant sin they refuse to let go of. That's what we mean when we say they're excommunicated, excommunioned from our fellowship. It's not saying we know you're an unbeliever. It's saying we can no longer use our corporate authority as a congregation to affirm that you are a believer. We sent a press release to the nations for you with your baptism. We can no longer stand behind that press release. It's not an act of retribution. It's meant to remedy sin. Hand this man over to Satan so that the sinful nature may be destroyed and his spirit saved, Paul says. Now, if you don't believe in the final judgment, church discipline is probably going to seem mean. But if you do believe in the final judgment, is there anything more loving than to warn people of it now?